If you enjoy the presence of the Creator, worshiping with saxophone, and walking in Torah, then join me as we journey through Bereshit, Genesis to Devarim, Deuteronomy. Welcome to SAX Torah Studio. Today we are in Leviticus 9, the 8th day, the 7th day ordination of Aharon and his sons is complete. Now comes the real test. Does the Creator show up when his commands are followed? Now comes the real test. Does the Creator show up when his commands are followed? We're about to see one of the most dramatic moments in the entire Torah. Fire falls from heaven. The people shout. Let's walk it through this chapter verse by verse. But before we dive into the first section, let's just take a moment to settle our hearts. I'm going to make a first attempt at playing a saxophone worship piece. I'll use this time, and I hope just that we'll use this time to draw near to the Creator. Then we will begin verse 1. It really helped to settle our hearts, our minds. Let's jump into Leviticus chapter 9. Today we're looking at the first priestly service, glory and fire. The first 6 verses we'll read together. And it says, "And on the 8th day it came to be that Moshe called Aharon and his sons and the elders of Israel. And he said to Aharon, take for yourself a young bull as a sin offering, and a ram as an ascending offering, a perfect one, and bring them before me. And speak to the children of Israel, saying, take a male goat, a sin offering, and a calf and a lamb, both a year old, perfect ones, as an ascending offering, and a bull and a ram as peace offerings, to slaughter before the Creator, and a grain offering mixed with oil. For today the Creator shall appear to you." And as they took what Moshe commanded before the tent of appointment, and all the congregation drew near and stood before the Creator. And Moshe said, "This is the word which the Creator had commanded you to do, so that the esteem of the Creator appears to you." So we see they begin the ministry. If we had remembered back in chapter 8, Moshe washed, clothed, and anointed, and consecrated Aaron and his sons over 7 full days at the Oel Moed entrance. That's the tent of meeting. Now in Leviticus chapter 9, the tent opens for business. The Creator said in that ordination week, "Today I will appear to you," and he means it. So we see the instructions were given to Aharon first. 1, take a bull, a young bull. Of course, must be spotless. For a sin offering, with a ram for burnt offering, both must be without blemish. Offer them before the Creator. Then Moshe tells the elders what to say to Bnei Israel. Bring these offerings. So we're seeing detailed instructions being given, right? Detailed instruction being given to Moshe, right? So, detailed instruction being given to Aaron, right? The first thing that he needs to do before he starts his work, he must give a sin offering, right? So he has to ensure that he leads by from the front, right? And also he was to give a peace offering. He was to give a grain offering mixed with oil, as it says in verse 4. But I'm wondering, why so many offerings though? It was a special day. This was a day that the Creator would appear. That's what Moshe said would happen. And this is the moment that they have been preparing for. All of Bnei Israel came near and stood before the Creator. Moshe, of course, he said, this is what the Creator commanded you to do, so the glory of the Creator may appear to you. Imagine this. The whole nation waiting with abated breath. After 7 days of ceremony, blood and oil splashing over the place and fire. Then the morning comes and everything comes together the 8th day, 8th morning. And the promise was that the Creator should show up. They were obedient. They followed everything step by step in their preparations. And the promise was being looked for. They knew that the Creator promised to meet them. And the 8th day, it would come after the seventh day. So for those who stayed through the seven days would see what would happen on the 8th day. 7 means perfection. Some say 8th day is renewal. But what really matters is that the people follow the instruction and they stayed the full 7 days. Prepare themselves in complete obedience, and this will allow for the Creator to respond to the full covenant faithfulness with His presence. The newly anointed or appointed priest, the first priest, Aharon, he had to deal with his sin first. He has to deal with his own sin first before standing before the others, right? And it shows that the leader, he must show that himself vulnerable and show himself in need of atonement before he can actually serve the entire Bnei Israel as the high priest, the Kohen Gadol. We'll read from verses 7 through 14. 7 to 14. We'll read. It says, let's get verses 7 through 14. It says, and Moshe said to Aaron, go to the slaughter place and prepare yourself offering, your ascending offering, and make atonement for yourself and for the people. And make the offering of the people and make atonement for them as the Creator has commanded. So Aaron came near to the slaughter place and slew the calf of the sin offering which was for himself. And the sons of Aaron brought the blood to him, and he dipped his finger in the blood and put it on the horns of the slaughter place, and poured the blood at the base of the slaughter place. The fat and the kidneys and the appendage on the liver of the sin offering he burned on the slaughter place as the Creator commanded Moshe. And the skin and the flesh he burned with fire outside the camp. And he slew the ascending offering, and the sons of Aaron presented to him the blood which he sprinkled on the slaughter place all around. And they presented the ascending offering to him with its pieces and head. And he burned them on the slaughter place. And he washed the entrails and the legs and burned them with the ascending offering on the slaughter place. So there we see it. We are seeing the glory appeared, and there was a fire from heaven. We saw where where Aaron, he did his part, and Moshe also did his part. Main thing is that we must clean ourselves before serving. That's what I gained from reading these few verses. Moshe told Aaron, come to the altar, offer your sin offering and your burnt offering, and make atonement for yourself and for the people. Offer the sacrifice of the people and make atonement for them as a created people. So we picture Aaron stepping up, and this would have been his first solo moment at the front, at the helm of serving Israel. He slaughters a bull calf for his sin offering. His sons would bring blood to him. He would dip his finger in it and put it on the horns of the altar and pour it on the rest of the base, at the base. He would burn the fat, the kidney and liver, lobe, and do exactly as what the Creator commanded through Moshe. And of course, the flesh and the hide he would burn outside the camp. Then he slaughters a ram for his burnt offering. His sons would pass blood to him, he'd splash it around the altar. They'd cut the ram into pieces, wash the inner organs and the legs, and Aaron burns the whole ram on the altar, piece by piece. I'm just looking at him like a surgeon on the go. Doing everything to the T, not making any mistake. And of course, before a surgeon would do his work, one thing every surgeon would know is that you wash your hands before you touch the patient. So Aaron would have washed his hand, and in a certain way prepare his heart. Stand before the Creator before he touches anything else, anyone else's offering. So if we're to take a note from Aaron's book, we cannot lead others into the Creator's presence if we have not stood there in honesty and in repentance, stood there ourselves. We must personally atone, and that must precede any service that we do for the Creator. Right? But I remember when Aaron was left with the children of Israel and Moshe went up to Mount to speak with the Creator, that the incident of the bull calf, right, and the golden calf sin, he was there. So that, imagine Aaron getting, remembering that he would have been spared for misleading or not leading effectively over the people, and that memory would have been brought to the altar, where he would have, probably surrendered and burnt that, stepped into a clean calling and a clean state with the Creator. So he had to offer for himself. Holiness is his own atonement must be put first, so he can truly stand in the gap for Bnei Israel. So he couldn't carry his own unresolved guilt into the service. And of course, his sons assisted him, and that's very important. It shows that there was spirit there, right? So the whole everybody worked together under the Creator's command, and it was not independently. So, in verse 15, we see further instructions are given. Right? In verse 15 to 21, it says, "And he brought the people's offering and took the goat, which was the sin offering for the people, and slew it and made it a sin offering like the first one. And he brought the ascending offering and made it according to the right ruling. He also brought the grain offering and filled his hand with it and burned it on the slaughter place besides the ascending offering of the month. And he slew the bull and the ram as a slaughtering of peace offerings, which were for the people. And Aaron's sons presented to him the blood, which he sprinkled on the slaughter place all around. The fat from the bull and the ram, the fat tail and the covering, and the kidneys and the appendage on the liver. And they placed the fat on the breasts, and he burned the fat on the slaughter place. For the breasts and the right thigh Aaron waved as a wave offering for the Creator as Moshe had commanded. So that was another offering, but this offering was for the people. Aaron was not ready to make an offering for the people because, of course, he would have made an offering for himself. Right, so he brought the people's goat for slaughter it and offer it for their sin, just like the first how he did it for himself. Then after that, there's mention of the burnt offering in verse 16. Burnt offering. Then he brought the grain offering. He took a fistful of that, 3 fingers burnt on the altar, in addition to the morning burnt offering. And of course, the grain offering is a picture of provision and a picture of daily gratitude. Just know that you can carry something of what the Creator had blessed you with. So that's the grain offering. And then we have the ox and the ram for the people's peace offering. And do you notice that peace offering comes last? The sons brought the blood, splash it on all sides of the altar to the fat portions, place them on the breasts of the animals, burns the fat on the altar. And then he waved the breast and the right thigh for the Creator as a wave offering. And that was the priest's portion, exactly as the Creator had commanded in verse 21. So Aaron was like a doctor who would first take care of themselves first, and then he sees the patients after on a daily basis. So you move from personal atonement, and you move from personal atonement to communal atonement for the people. But he did the offerings in a certain order, and each time he built an offering on the last one. So you see the sin offering first, which represents total surrender. Then you see the grain offering, then you see the peace offering, and that teaches a pattern of approaching the Creator. You confess your sins, you surrender, you give thanks, and finally you rest in worship. I noticed that the guilt offering is not mentioned, but these are the general ones that are covered. And there's a deep meaning in this peace offering coming last, because worship with the Creator is only fully enjoyed after sin is cleared, after life is surrendered and gratitude is given. Peace is not the beginning of the process, it is the fruit of it. Right, so we'll just read the final few verses in verses 22 to 24. Aaron then lifted up his hands toward the people and blessed them, and came down from making the sin offering and the ascending offering and the peace offerings. And Moshe and Aharon went into the tent of appointment and came out and blessed the people. And the esteem of the Creator appeared to all the people. And fire came out from before the Creator and consumed the ascending offering and the fat on the slaughter place. And all the people saw and cried aloud, fell on their faces. All praise to the Creator. So we see the blessings and the glory of the Creator being represented, and fire fell, the glory appeared, and that was after everything was complete. Aaron lifted his hand towards the people and blessed them, stepped down from the altar, blessed them again. Then Moshe and Aaron, they would have gone into the tent of meeting, as mentioned in verse 23 here. And when they came out, they blessed the people again. So it's like a double blessing. That must have been a wonderful experience, an awesome setting to behold. Right, so we see the fire came from the Creator and consumed the burnt offering and the fat on the altar. And it is the Creator Himself that lit the fire, lit the altar. It wasn't Moshe, it wasn't Aaron, it was not a torch. So the heavens fire actually fell and consumed the offering in front of everybody that was there, man, woman, and child standing there. Now when the people saw it, they shouted and fell on their faces, as verse 24 says. So So that was joy, and that must be a terror moment as well. The fire of holiness is beautiful and overwhelming at the same time. I'm just trying to imagine myself standing there, feeling that lightning striking the altar in front of me and destroying everything on the altar and consuming the entire offering. I think I'd fall along with the rest of people, just the same, But this is what happens when we follow the Creator's prescribed order of worship. We prepare and cleanse and surrender, and we show gratitude, and we experience peace. When at that point, there's no doubt that the Creator His presence will be there. He will show up. He's not going to show up because we perform in a certain way well, but He shows up because He sees that we have been faithful. We have been faithful to His covenant. All right, so the people got the Creator's seal of approval. At the end of the entire ordination process, it's like He put His signature on it. The altar was accepted, and the entire Bnei Israel was received in the covenant relationship with the Creator. So we're at the end, but there's some questions that we should attempt to answer, right? And there's two difficult questions. Why does Aaron offer a bull calf for his own sin before the people's offerings? Is it for tradition? Is it to practice ritual? Is it because he must personally atone before serving others? Or is it because the bull was the cheapest? Well, the answer, your guess, as well as mine, is C. The leader must personally atone before serving others. Second question. What is the theological significance of the fire coming from the Creator in Leviticus 9? It shows the altar was dry wood. With that, it does confirm the Creator's acceptance of Aharon, the altar, and Bnei Israel. I think I like that answer. But in multiple choice, you don't just use an answer. You read through all the others. See, it was a weather event until it proved Moshe was right. The answer for that was that it confirms the Creator's acceptance of people and the altar. Final question, but I won't share the answer. You will type your answer in the chat. What does the order of offerings in Leviticus 9 teach about approaching the Creator? That is for us to understand. Well, the key takeaway from today is that obedience brings the Creator's presence. Leaders must deal with their own sin first. Worship is designed by the Creator, not us. And we must follow His commands. He will certainly show up. Alright, so the lesson is simple and powerful. Obedience is the door. The Creator's presence is what walks through it. I want you to ask yourself today, have you completed your own 7 days of preparation? Are you ready for the day 8, the day that the Creator moves? Read the next chapter, which is chapter 10 of Leviticus, Vayikra. You see what happens when strange fire is brought before the Creator, and how serious He is about His holiness in worship. For now, let's close this time with some more saxophone worship piece. Let your heart be receptive and respond to the fire that comes from the Creator, as we saw in Leviticus chapter 9.